What is up, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of my Minecraft survival series. So, in between episodes, I've been working on this little redstone machine, and it's actually all made to produce mud because it's one of the gray blocks that I don't really have access to unless I make a mud machine for it, which is what this is. And basically, the way it works is I put water bottles in here. They go into this hopper, which goes into the dispenser, which gets powered when I place a block here because of this redstone torch powering this, which also powers this piston, which will move all the blocks here, and eventually there'll be an entire row of pistons, so a giant block of mud will accumulate here. And that's going to give a lot of access. And this part here, this is a automatic item sorter. I noticed a small issue before that the glass bottles would stay in here even if they don't have water, and that means that a lot of the dirt wouldn't actually be used. So I made an item sorter for glass bottles here, which will take all the ones that are just glass out of the system. So it would only be full water bottles in here. And yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. And in this episode, we're going to be finishing that machine and building 2 houses here to cover it all up. Okay, so I think I finally finished this. And before you say anything, I already know it's a lot more complicated than it has to be. So basically, I made it so that all the bottles that are double expelled from this dispenser here fall into these hoppers, which will go into a dispenser here, which will drop these water bottles all the way back up, and it will land back into this chest, the ones that are not used. And it's powered again each time. This is powered as well from the same redstone line. This all pushes it one block to the side, and this should just be a lot more efficient now, I think. So yeah, this is my first time testing it out. Why? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, after some investigation, I think I found the issue. So now it should work properly. Yeah. That's just dispensing them here now. Oh my, maybe if I do that. Okay, take three. So I would say that this is no, this is a minor success. Okay, we have a semi-stable source of clay now, and we can actually. Okay, take 4. Now I'll just hold down, click. Yeah, and that's when it happens. If I start holding down, it gets blocked up like this, and I have no idea why. Okay, so as long as I do not hold down click and just tap my right mouse button, this should work just fine. But if I hold down left click or a right click, it just breaks completely. But in general, I think it works fine. We get back our glass bottles here, and we can just fill it up back here and just slide it in there. Okay, so now it's time to build an exterior for this monstrosity. Okay, so after gathering some resources, this is the general vibe I'm going for. And there's 2 different chests with 2 different pallets, and that's for a reason. It's because I want to make it seem like there's 2 separate houses here. And I think for aesthetics, I will make one bigger than the other. And I think since this one will have these highlights as well, and this one I don't really have too many highlights for, it's just going to be very deferred in the first place. I'm going to make this one a bit bigger. So its width will go until like here, and then this other one will start from like here to here. So now all I have to do is gather some more of these resources and start building. This is kind of like the general plan of the first building. I took the chest out of the way so you can see it better. But yeah, 2 black pillars, white inside, and once I go above, I'm gonna quit the white inside and add some more gray from this, like this type of gray here. And another thing, this is just barely barely possible if I replace these blocks here. But yeah, the entire interior will be a bit of a facade. Maybe I can work out an interior, but also maybe not. Also, why is it always raining? Okay, so it stopped raining, and I want to give a small progress report on this building here. The general shape, color, and everything, apart from the details, I would say is finished, and like the sides and the back, but we don't talk about that. So I wanna talk about some things about this building. So first off, we go up here. This by the way, the store, I think it should be changed. I might change the store. It doesn't look too natural here. But anyway, the whole palette here, the white palette, tell me if you notice anything special about it. If you said that there were specific diorite blocks in each corner, I'd be surprised. I did that on purpose because they're kind of grimier, dirtier, and they're the place where you wouldn't really clean, you know? And that's where all the muck and grime and stuff would like accumulate. And these ones, these more yellow whites, they're all around the door to make it seem like there's like bright light coming out of it, to make it seem like the door is expelling light. So yeah, that's kind of like the reasoning behind this palette here and how it was placed. Now, backing up, looking at this here, for a while I had it so that there were single pillars without these walls, just single pillars. But it didn't look right, so I also added the walls. And I mean, it's pretty basic up there, just some tinted windows, make it seem more like a house. And yeah. And now it's time to get started on this house. Okay, so I got the main structure for the second building in as well. As you can see, the bottom is a bit more basic. And I did this because it's smaller and having all these weird textures like I can get away with in this wall maybe. Can't really be done here because then each block would be too obvious as a portion. But I did it more here as it's kind of like further away and the blocks take up less of your screen. At least that was like my mentality for it. But anyway, I also added this cool effect with these I'm not sure what they're called, shroom lights behind. So that's pretty cool. And now basically all there is to do is just add all the details. So let me do that. So another progress report, and I think we're pretty close to being finished here. I don't see anything right now that I would like to fix about either building. So I think I'm going to leave the front as it is for right now and start focusing on the back. But yeah, my number one priority, I'd say, is to finish this alleyway here by putting this wall in all the way to this section right here. And that's because it's important for the next episode, which is going to be quite exciting. So I'm going to start focusing on that. And I think I'm also going to add something a bit more fun to this alleyway. I also finished up this alleyway here. So you can like walk in here and should be a bit scary. Like you don't know what's gonna come at you. Like at any moment, anyone can be like, oh, and like, you know, rob you or something. But what's gonna come behind here is gonna be in the next episode. So make sure to stick around for that. Okay, now that we've seen that, I think it's a pretty good place to end the episode for today. Let me know if you enjoyed it and tell me down in the comments what you think is gonna come behind there in that alleyway. Some of you might already know. Anyway, see you in the next one.